Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. Welcome to Cowdray Park Polo Club, to the St. Regis British Open for the Cowdray Gold Cup. We are live here on lawns, looking forward to two games today from Cowdray TV and Polo Line TV. And we are looking forward to seeing two teams coming out onto the field. We got Shoreline versus Ojo Caliente. Ojo Caliente in the green. Nice to see them here in the Gold Cup. They're moving from medium goal up to the Gold Cup, and brilliant to see Ana Escobedo, one of the only very few women we've got in the British Open, the patron leading her team. She's coming out on the grey pony, and they are playing Shoreline. Shoreline will be in the dark shirts, and Shoreline have won their first game already. They've already had a run out against Clonova Circular. They had a great win, 12-6, and Ojo Caliente, it's their first game of the tournament. Brilliant to see them take that big step up from medium goal into high goal in the last few years. Here we go. Right, Tunde Karim at the front for Shoreline. Had a brilliant game the other day, 0 goal. Carlos Maria Dolly Ulloa, 7 goals. Diego Kavanagh, the runner and gunner, in the middle, 8 goals. Lovely seeing him with this team, because he's been paired up with the 4 Englishman international, Mr. James Harper. 6 goals. They're a 21-goal side, Shoreline. It's a really nice team. You think you've got Tunde has put himself around James Harper, Diego and Tolly, so very strong indeed at 21 goals. And then Ojo Caliente, also a very strong team. We've got Ana Escobedo leading at the front with 0 goals. Martin Podesta, 6 goals, number 2 position. Facundo in the 3rd position, 8 goals. And then the big man, the hitter at the back, it is Alfredo Capella. So there's Facundo Sola just having a drink down there at the end before he gets in. We'll watch him get up, actually. And you can see him mount up in the number 3 shirt, one of the most experienced professionals on the circuit, a player who's won virtually every major title that he has competed in. He brings a calmness as well as a certain class, for sure, does Facundo. When the pressure builds, he very rarely looks flushed and rushed. He always makes the right decision. Umpires today for this match: Peter Wright, Chris Hyde and Tim Bown. We apologise for coming out a little bit delayed for the transmission today, ladies and gentlemen. It was just that we had to wait for a previous game to finish that had vets on, and we obviously can't start the game until we've got some veterinarians on site. Let's have a quick look at the horses. Tunde Karim on Pepsi China, that is, I think. Dolly, haven't got anything for him. Diego Kavanagh on JP, and James Harper on Pocket. They are the lines for the horses for Shoreline. In the blue, Ojo Caliente. In the green shirts, Pisco for Ana Escobedo. Martin Podesta on Trompada. I think that's an Irenita Trompada, which is Machitos Parker out of Irenita Trompada. What have we got? We've got Facundo Sola on Tormenta. This is one of his favourites. And Alfredo Capella on Luma. Great to see these guys here. Ojo Caliente. Really nice to see their first game in the Gold Cup. I am Carlo Di Martino. It's a very warm welcome. And joining me is my co-commentator, Mr. John Kent. How are you, John?
Yeah, doing very well. Thank you, Carl. I had a good 3 games yesterday, got a couple today, got a bit of a gap in between, so a chance to recuperate my voice a bit. But yeah, been a really, really fun start to the tournament as we kind of get really stuck into week 2 now.
It's nice to see Ojo Caliente here, isn't it? You know, one of the newer names in high goal polo, but they're proving to be, you know, really quite an established team. They've had such a good success in the medium goal, and they're carrying that winning mentality into the high goal, and you can't underestimate this side, because they've already shown they can upset some of the tournament favourites in earlier things, in the Queen's Cup, etc., etc.
Yeah, it was in fact Solo, obviously a name we did see playing the 22 goal for many years. I mean, he kind of had got into conversations with Ana Escobedo and the Ojo Caliente organisation, dropped down from playing solely the 22 to more involved in the 18, and you know, he said all along, Anna's aim is to come into this 22 goal. I'm going to get her there. I'm going to put the organisation behind her. And he's been a real key part of this. And they've played the Queen's Cup now.
Yep.
I think last year was their first year doing that. This year they're doing the double for the first time. Queen's Hammer Gold. Local side, another Trippets organisation. And, yeah, really, really great to see them out here.
And it's great to see, I mentioned earlier, but I mean, we've only got 3 women, I think it is, when we count represent Her Highness Sheikh Mather, Emma McRae, and Ana Escobedo, Mexican patron, in the Gold Cup. But that's brilliant to have 3 women out there competing at the highest level. Really, really good to see. And they've had a lot of success. Right, we are away for the first chukker. It's 0-0, and away we go.
So you just saw out of that line out just as Carl steps away to welcome the ground. Early penalty here in favour of Ojo Caliente. Thank you, Carl. So it's here with Alfredo Capella, sending it out to the right-hand side, finding Facundo Sola straight away. Sola spinning it round out here on Tormenta. And the umpire's blowing a whistle.
Looks like a penalty going to be given to the green shirts of Ojo Caliente. One of the newer names in high goal polo, but they are proving to be established giants. They had lots of success over the years in the medium goal. They played the Queen's Cup this year and had a major breakthrough last year when they won the Queen Mother's Centuria tournament at Guards. They've won impressive victories in group stages. There's the shot from Facundo Sola. And he takes the first penalty on a horse called Tormenta. Great strike from him. Counters up nicely. Lovely chestnut with the sheepskin breastplate and the white blaze down the face. Tormenta often comes out on the first chukker in that horse. And we look forward to seeing what Facundo brings to the table today. It's been a long partnership with Ana Escobedo and have built this side around himself, Martin Podesta, and Alfredo Capella.
So coming away now will be Min Podesta. Podesta taking it to the left-hand side, and it's going to be taken away in a first possession here for Tolia Joa. Oh, just leaves it behind, and it's going to be Podesta again, taking it to the right-hand side now of Ajoa, and Ajoa waits and takes it here now for Clanova. Sorry, for Clanova, right there, for Shoreline. That's who they beat the other day. Sent down the ground, looking for Tunde Karim. Tunde now just gets up, taken away, and taken to the left-hand side once again by Facundo Sola. One of the best sights in polo is Sola when he gets in between 2 players and now runs to goal. Going back now is Harper. Harper with the near side backhand. Looking to get there, though, again will be Podesta on the grey.
Yeah, lovely, lovely goal. Nice grey. Watch him, ladies and gentlemen. He'll just have a little run on that grey. He's only been out on it for about a minute or 2, but he's just going to jump off that grey. And so is Capella. Lots of chopping and changing going on. It's their first run out. They're going to try and get as many horses out in this match as possible. Obviously, with the heat last week, a couple of horses might not have gone out as much as they could have. So lots of chopping and changing. Martin rides that horse, scores a goal, jumps off the grey, and pops back on to a bay mare. Picked up now by Shoreline, and it's possession with the navy shirts.
So now Shoreline looking to go. They led right from the word go in the last game. And Diego Kavanagh, wow, what a strike that is. And they are on the boards of St. Carl. They led from about 5 seconds into their first game, and they led all the way through after that. So first time we're seeing them come from behind.
Yeah, absolutely. 12-6 was their final score against Clinova Circular. Ujoa scored 5 goals. Diego Kavanagh scored 3 goals in that match. And he really is such an experience. We've seen him play with La Dauphina, with Perotto. He's been a big part of the La Dauphina side for many years, Valiente, and he won a Gold Cup as well. He's won it twice, one with Dubai and one with Next Generation, which is when Perotto Cambiasso came when he was 14 years of age. So we love watching Diego and this partnership with him and this man here, James Harper, Gold Cup champion, Queen's Cup winner, former England captain. James Harper, one of the most respected British polo and full goalers on the circuit. It's a great partnership, and it's exciting to see how they work here today with Tolly and Tunde.
So sent down the ground long. Podesta's got to go back, and he will get there just before it goes wide. Tunde Karim, he's coming in. Oh, good pressure up the front by Karim, and it's spun round in a circle. That was a really good play by Tunde Karim.
Yeah, really nice indeed. He had a go. He had the confidence. He had the confidence to make that play, and the green shirt then came around. If we look at the replay, so he sort of came right on the near side. It was a really, really good effort at him, but Martin Podesta thought he had time to turn, but we had a navy shirt coming straight down of James Harper. Harper came down the line. Green shirt didn't see and then obviously the penalty given. So it will be teed up by Ujoa. I think it looks like Tolly's going to take this one. In it goes. It's a nice, straightforward shot for Shoreline. And they bring the goals up onto the scoreboard to a piece now as they come back to the middle. James Harper, former England captain, one of the most respected British professionals, teeing up with Kavanagh and Tolly Ujoa. It has been a great team so far. Their first match winning very comfortably, 12-6. Okay, here we go.
So ball back and playing. It is going to be Alfredo Capella. Capella turns it round. Waiting with him there, doing the blocking work was Azure. So Capella sends it long, looking for Podesta out here on another grey in this first chucker. Harper goes back and now leaves the ball for Diego Kavanagh. Two players who are part of the Jehangiri organisation together last year, Harper and Diego Kavanagh, combining now once again for Shoreline. Their first foray into the High Gold British Open this year as well, we should say, as Kavanagh now sends it long down the ground. Coming back first is Alfredo Capella, but the umpire's blowing a whistle on the play.
Yeah, looked like Capella. He thought he had time. He's such a strong hitter. He's such a big man. When he gets that shot, he can just hit the ball from anywhere on the field and sail it 80, 100, 90 yards, but he just got in front there of James Harper. Harper looks like he had the line, and the Navy shirts are moving up. And it looks like Ojo Caliente just drawing a foul against themselves as Harper wins the penalty. Shoreline, as you mentioned, John, one of the most intriguing new additions to the 2026 St. Regis British Open Polo Championship. Although new to the Gold Cup at Cowdray, the organisation's already built a presence around Guards Polo Club, and it's backed by the ambitious Karim family, who are rapidly becoming influential patrons within British polo. And it's brilliant to see them arrive here at Cowdray. And Tunde has been building the Shoreline brand. And Adebayo Karim also played in the Queen's Cup. And Tunde now playing in the Gold Cup. They're becoming very visible within the sport. Do leave us a message on the live stream. We've got comments happening where you can leave a comment in the YouTube. And in fact, one's just flashed up on our screen for those of you on the live stream. When are we going to see Adolfo Cambiasso on the field, as somebody's asking us? Well, he will be here very, very soon. He will be playing for Jindal Steel. I think their game is tomorrow, John, or it's either tomorrow or Thursday. So do check your listings on Cowdray TV and Polo Line TV, and you'll be able to see Adolfo Cambiasso on there. Harper just about to go off the field, change onto a horse. We've got brilliant shot of the horses there with protection on their eyes. You can see the blocked eyes. They look like they're wearing a big pair of Oakleys, and it sort of protects the eyes. The horses, it doesn't bother them. Some of them like it. Some of them don't realize they're even wearing them, but it's nice protection. As we wear them, we can also, the horses can have them. Innovation in equine protection, blockitpolo.com. And you'll notice some of those going out. E-Quick, And it just looks like they're wearing a giant pair of goggles. UV light, often some horses are more sensitive than others. Some want them for protection. Ana Escobedo bringing out her team for her first foray, first match of this Gold Cup tournament. And a warm welcome to her and her Ojo Caliente team. 3 ladies in the British Open. Her Highness Sheikha Matha and Emma McRae for Valhalla, and Her Highness Sheikha Matha for UAE. Facundo Sola and Capella just having a chat there, waiting for Harps to just change onto a pony. He asked for a change, chatting to the manager down there for Shoreline. We welcome him back out on the field. Couple of people dropping us messages. Thank you so much. Good morning in Argentina. Good morning in America. Thank you for watching. Someone, what's that, Flat Gold 4487 saying, Vamos, vamos, Shoreline. Okay, well, vamos, vamos, Shoreline. Let's hope they go. So do drop us comments if you see any horses that you know or like, or you want to support your team. It's great to hear the support from around the world. And we're free this year, live streaming. And those of you here pitchside, if you ever want to watch the matches, if you can't make it, then please do go to Cowdray TV and watch these matches all live and all free for the whole tournament, which is fantastic for the sport. Penalty being awarded, but they are just talking. Okay, so the ball had been placed down. And John, I think you will let us know. We've just been talking to the third man, Tim Bowen, and the umpire's just chatting to him. We did see that the ball was placed on the 60, obviously, but it's just been picked up and it's gone down now the other way. John, explain exactly what happened there.
Yeah, so we're talking to the third man behind us, and having given a foul and moved it up, it was in Ojo Caliente possession were it not blown. So they actually moved it up. They then continued talking to the third man, as they are in their right to do. And as they've decided it was a no foul, having looked at the video replay, the ball now gets dropped in favour of the team who had possession when the no foul was called. So that is why it's not been reversed. It hasn't gone against. It's just been decided it's a no foul, and they dropped the ball in favour of the team that were in possession.
Great, thank you very much for that. And that's that's a nice deflection. That's a Capella deflection off. Oh, that was a deflection off a stick. It ran fast, that ball. We know Capella can hit the ball hard and fast. And that's one of the great things about the VAR, ladies and gents, and those of you watching at home, is that we have all of this technology now from the drones and from all the different cameras we can review. And the third man on the sidelines just checking, and we see it ever more now in the World Cup in football and in all of these sports. It's so important to the game, and it's great that we've got these at our fingertips. Right, back to Shoreline. They've got possession, John, but Caliente are pushing hard.
Well, let's see if this game can really get running now. We've seen a lot of goals. A goal a minute pretty much so far, just under now, having reversed that one. But it has been pretty bitty in the way that the game has got going, as now Diego Kavanagh looks to open it up to the right-hand side. Goes for a big neck shot, looking for one of Tunde Karim or Joa at the front, but it's a good near side backhand played by Alfredo Capella, and it's going to come back to the boards here, but it's going to come right back at them here with James Harper. Good pressure by Ana Escobedo, but Harper now goes in between Escobedo and Facundo Sola. Sola putting on the pressure that's here now with Kavanagh. Podesta, he's there as well, looking to counter-attack there, but deflecting against the pony will be Facundo Sola once more now. 2 goals all. Just over a minute to go here in this first chukker, as now Sola leaves it again for Capella. Capella drives it long out to the left-hand side, looking to see if he can find Sola again, but it's only gone as far as James Harper, and you'll see Harper making that play all day long as the near side backhand comes back at them from Alfredo Capella. And turning first is going to be Diego Kavanagh. Kavanagh takes it out to the left-hand side. Diego Kavanagh underneath the oncoming rush there of Facundo Sola. So Diego Kavanagh, look how Tolly Ajoa comes behind, doing the blocking work so that Kavanagh can just send it one more time left. Now Ajoa looks to pick it up to the left-hand side. Tolly Ajoa with the near side under the neck shot. Tunde Karim, he comes in. Ooh, did he, by touching that, draw a whistle from the umpires? We'll wait and see.
Yeah, really interesting, this one, John. It was Tunde went there. Capella was there, but I think Tunde might have just come in front a little bit of Ojo Caliente, but like you say, it might have just already rolled out as well.
Yeah, you were looking at it. Do you think it would have gone through if he hadn't touched it?
I think it would have. Yeah, I think he tried. Right.
So yeah, the decision is there that Tunde Karim, as he came in, he actually fouled. So we wonder whether that may have gone in anyway. So a bit of luck here for Ojo Caliente as they bring the ball away now with Alfredo Capella. Capella looks to get going. The hard hitting, the hard running. Alfredo Capella this time just left it behind. Getting a little bit heavy. We did have quite a lot of rain overnight, but the field, it looks superb out here as we do have another whistle.
Yeah, another whistle on the play. Chris Hyde and Peter Wright just having a chat to the third man. I'll have a look at the replay here on the live stream and try and talk you guys pitch through. So Ojo Caliente tried to take it on the near side, but there wasn't a backhand being able to be played by Shoreline. So lots of comments coming in on the screen. Hello from Nigeria. Wow, what time is it in Nigeria right now? Well, good morning or good afternoon, but thank you so much for afternoon, isn't it? It's got to be. Farah Nozoro from Kano, Nigeria, supporting the Nigerian side's Shoreline. Amazing seeing some of the horses coming to the field. We've seen so many brilliant breeders and horsepower in this British Open already. We're only a few days in. Each team will play 4 qualifying matches. After 4 qualifying matches, they will then be ranked on going through to quarterfinals, semi-finals and final. We've got over 45 games to be played if you make it all the way. That's a lot of polo. And people bringing at least 11, 12, 13, 14. Somebody brought 16 horses the other day to the field each and getting a lot of horses out in this tournament. And it's great to see so many high-profile breedings and horsepower coming to the field. The game is getting faster. So whilst we wait, we're just thinking, I think there was a yellow card awarded, ladies and gents. And a yellow card has been issued, and we are going to get John just talking to Tim Ban now, third man. This is great communication. We've got him right here so we can hear the conversations. It feels like we're on the pitch of the World Cup, but we're talking to the umpires so well. What was that, John? I saw a yellow card getting handed over.
Yeah, so a yellow card has been given to Alfredo Capella. Something actually that happened off the field of play, as we see another little crowding together. But yeah, it was something off the field of play, but Alfredo Capella going on in the sort of tent area. So Alfredo Capella gets a yellow card for that and a role reversal when it comes to the penalty.
Okay, and then just another little stop on play there. We had Diego Kavanagh coming through and Ojo Caliente in front, and I think it'll be... Okay, so it has been ordered to Ojo Caliente. Umpires have decided unanimously that he was already there, and Diego pushed into that line, so they've given it to the big man here, Alfredo Capella. From here, he could easily sail it from him. We're right behind him, but let's see what he decides to do. Horse is going sideways a little bit, but wow, got a good hit on that one. His horse did curve to the left there a little bit, John. Made it very hard for him to make the big strike, but he hit it as far as he could to the left. Great defence from Shoreline. Yeah,
good defence initially, and it's going to come back at them though with Facundo Sola. Sola, big bump and a ride-off as Diego Kavanagh comes in. Ana Escobedo, she got a touch, and it's here now with Facundo Sola. They can end the chuckle with a goal.
A very explosive coming in onto that field. It felt like there needed to be goal before this end of this chukker, ladies and gentlemen, and it was Facundo Sola that sort of broke the ice there a little bit. It got very stagnant. He took it in on the near side, finished it off on the offside, and they finally get back momentum. But end of the chukker, they need to regroup both teams. It got very scrappy towards the end of that one. It's 3-2 to Ojo Caliente. They lead. We'll be back in a few moments. And those of you on the live stream, enjoy this goal from Alfredo Bigatti from one of his matches earlier on this week. And we'll be back in a few moments. Thank you. Welcome back, everybody. Here we go. We're back for the start of the second chukker, and welcome back on the live stream. It's 3-2 to Ojo Caliente, and look who's getting away here. This is beautiful stuff from Ojo Caliente. They take the line out, they take the ball, and they finish off brilliantly. What a lovely play from Facundo Sola. Sorry, Min Podesta. He got caught napping there a little bit, John. Min Podesta is riding a pony called Billetera. Sola is coming out on Caviar. Alfredo Capella on Examination. And Kodak is Ana Escopedo. Let's quickly look at the horses for Shoreline. Harper coming out on Wizard. Diego Kavanagh on Falta. And Tunde is on Materan. 4-2, John. Good start from Ojo Caliente. They got the goal in the last chukker. They came out, they won the line-out.
Yeah, you're always going to have a lot of fun watching a team with these types of players in them as it's sent long now. There is an overlap, but now Min Podesta, he's really impressed me at the beginning of his game as he came over as a young up-and-coming player from Argentina. He plays for Triple Crown with one of the La Iranita organizations there as well, and he's having a really great early part of this high goal season here. But now they've got some defending to do as it's taken out to the left by Ojoa. Ojoa to the left of Podesta, and Podesta does really well. Luckily this time as we were singing his praises.
Yeah, lets the ball roll out and be a hit in for the Caliente boys and girls. And has really built this organisation up with some very nice, balanced professionals with Martin Podesta, Facundo and Al Capella.
So Facundo Sola just brings it under his spell, takes it out to the left-hand side, being chased there by James Harper. Facundo Sola is quick to begin with. Little punch. The umpires had a look if it was hand, but it did just look like end of a cane. There was Escobedo, lovely play by her, but stolen away. And now Diego Kavanagh could go on the run. This beautiful Lawns ground number 1 opens up now for Diego Kavanagh. Look at Alfredo Capella. Capella's coming back quickly. Capella's not going to catch him though. It's Diego Kavanagh in front. Has a look behind. Has he just hit it too far? Yes, he has. It's gone wide to the right-hand side.
Oh, wow. Great run from Diego Kavanagh. Brilliant run. But did you see how quick Alfredo Capella got back on Lovelock's Examination? Unbelievable stuff. He put enough pressure on to slow down and just maybe cause a little bit there for him to miss. But what a great cracking horse. Lovelock's Examination, El Padrino, the Chapa Professora, another Charlie Hanbury Lovelock's horse out there.
So taken out to the left-hand side, and again it will be Facundo Sola. It is great to see Facundo Sola back out here in this British Open tournament, as it's left behind now for Alfredo Capella. Capella, a lovely shot down the ground. He just says, Facundo, you go run, as Tunde Karim comes back. Tunde Karim, lovely defensive work by Tunde. We saw him do some really good attacking play in their first game, but this time to come back and catch Facundo Sola in the way he did, and now the counter-attack is on for Shoreline. Shoreline, the bounce of the ball picked up again by Toliajo, and this one's going end-to-end. We've been waiting for this game to open up, and it really is now, and it's Facundo Sola. Now it's his turn to go back in defense. Sola called for the tail backhand. Ajoa appealing for a foul, and the umpires do blow the whistle.
So Tolly Ujoa had the Ojo Caliente in front of him. He played the backhand. He didn't go far, hit a bit of traffic, but it's a whistle on the play. Is it because Sola went in front of Ujoa? Are they going to call that, or are they going to call it the other way? Interesting one, this one. We'll go to the third man, see whether we can hear what he says. Another comment on the live stream. Watching from KL Polo Club. Shout out to all the fabulous ponies and amazing players. Murtazalaga, well, good shout out to you. Thank you for dropping us a comment on the live stream. KL Polo Club, I'm presuming you mean Kuala Lumpur. Hello from Egypt. Wow, hello from Egypt. Everybody's tuning in this afternoon. Egypt, Nigeria, Kuala Lumpur. We truly are global, and that is what's so good about polo. It just touches so many parts of the world. I think we're up to about 80 countries around the world now polo's played in. The fact that it can be played in so many formats as well. You're watching high goal, some of the best in the world competing. You play on snow, we play on sand. So many forms of the game.
So just a little bit of time, they were having a look at the amount of space that was had. We're just waiting whilst we are commentating on the ground as well. We do just wait to see that what it looks like is the case, and it is a penalty 2. So penalty 2 is scored, and it is one back for Shoreline. 4-3 now. So players come back to the centre of the ground. 4-3. Shoreline just hanging on as Facundo Sola now looks to go. He's now taking on Diego Kavanagh. Sola back. Leaves it for Capella. Capella now sends it up towards the goal. Sola carries on the run. Diego Kavanagh and Sola still close to each other as Kavanagh gets the open backhand, looking for a player on the turn in Tunde Karim, but called off now by Toliajo. Ajoa waiting close by James Harper. Look for Diego Kavanagh, asking for it left. Kavanagh will take over. Tunde Karim, he's free if they can see him, which they do. The pass will just bounce in front of him. He has a look. Lovely pick-up of the umpires. Just seeing Capella coming in behind.
There's a whistle and then another whistle, so we just want to make sure that they keep the back chat to a minimum. We've seen they've been very strict on that. Tunde Karim just unfortunately just sailed across a little bit in front of Alfredo Capella. And then Tunde, I can just hear him really apologising to his team, bless him. He's cantering back saying, sorry, I'm really, really sorry. I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to do that. That's all right, Tunde. I think you're doing very well out there, to be honest. And well done. It's a high-speed game. And even though you've been riding for many, many years, when you're out here on the Gold Cup, every game feels like a final. We all make mistakes. Vamo from the shoreline tent. Somebody in the shoreline tent is sending in a message online. Another whistle. We've got a lot of whistles in this game. It hasn't really got flowing, has it? But they have been very strict, the umpires. Yesterday they were very setting the rules out, making sure that the teams follow. John, we just had a whistle and then another whistle, and it went from Ojo Caliente. Now it's just been given to Shoreline. Explain to me and to the viewers there.
Yeah, there was an off-the-ball collision where a green player went into the back of one of the players in blue off the ball, so it gets reversed, and it is here now with Diego Kavanagh. Kavanagh takes it out to the right-hand side. He's got Harper behind him. Good defensive play, though, by Facundo Sola. Takes it now right. There with him is Tolly Ajoa. Sola takes it back, dances around again, but Ajoa was quick to it, and so strong is Tolly Ajoa. We saw Hilario, obviously, over the years, light this tournament up as it's here now with his brother Tolly. Tolly to the left-hand side, picked up by Diego Kavanagh, and now looking at there in defence was Capella. Harper stops it at source, sends it back. It's a race now between Kavanagh and Sola, dependable, strong with the near side backhand, looking for Capella to turn first on the turn, which he does. Ana Escobedo, she goes down the centre of the ground, calling for a pass if they can see her, but it's going to be Capella. Podesta, he's in behind Ajoa, and eventually they do look for Escobedo, but another whistle on the play.
Yes, the last one to hit that was Capella. He drove that ball up, whether it's hit a bit of traffic or whether it bounced off. We'll have a look. So we had a Shoreline player there. We had Harper waiting. There was the ball. It came under the neck, up to Tunde. But I think it was that shot from Ojo Caliente so close to a Shoreline player that has been called on. They didn't like the way that a Capella took the next shot so close to a player. So Shoreline take it. Another comment here. Thank you so much. They're coming in thick and fast. Hi from Singapore Polo Club. Amazing. Hello, Singapore Polo Club. We hope you're enjoying this game, and we hope you're enjoying watching. And welcome to the Cowdray Gold Cup. And look at this. It is Martin Podesta taking out Diego Kavanagh brilliantly out of the play. And they watch the ball roll, John, over the back line. There's about 1 minute, 10 seconds left in this second chukker. We see Facundo Sola jump from pony to pony. A couple of changes going on down there. Like we said, that a lot of the guys are changing at least 2 or 3 times within a chukker. And the ball's back in by Capella. It's been a bit of a stop and start 2 chukkers, hasn't it, John? And what's going on here now? We've got Tolly and we've got Martin Podesta having their own little argument over here.
Yeah, it's interesting. Effectively, I mean, there's a handicap between them, but they are effectively just taking each other out the game as it takes out to the right-hand side. Capella looking for Facundo Sola. Sola and Kavanagh very close together as well. Really nicely matched up, these two sides, and the way that they are coming together and the way each player is able to take it off the opposition and vice versa at times as well. As now Tolly Ajoa takes control of the play as Diego Kavanagh runs left, looking to stretch, trying to find some space out here on Lawns ground at number 1. Back there as well is Podesta. Podesta fighting hard there with Harper. Harper on the near side, takes it up to a 30, leaves it again for Ajoa. Ajoa to the left-hand side. Ajoa, as we hear the buzzer go, ties it up, 4 goals all.
Yeah, it's really, really nice. That was good play. Nice play from Shoreline. That was really, really good from over on the boards that it started. And it was lovely from Harper and nice from Diego. And then the ball finds its way to Ajoa, and he just manages to finish that off with a bit of traffic in the way still. End of second chukker here at Cowdray on Lawns. It's 4 apiece, and we will be back in a few moments. Those of you on the live stream, check out some highlights of the days from yesterday and the day before. We've got Akasha, Pablo Madonna's side versus Jelen Giri. Some highlights of that. And then we've got Black Bears versus Gaston. And we've got highlights of that, and then we've got Signet Segabas versus Valhalla. So lots of highlights in the live stream on the break. We'll be back in a few moments. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the start of the third Chaka Ojo Caliente. Good start from them. It's been a little bit up and down, but we come to 4-4 apiece. Ana Escobedo, the Mexican patron, the team quickly has earned a huge reputation for fearless and attacking polo and ambitious recruitment, and they've progressed from medium goal success to competing against the world's best in the Cartier Queen's Cup and the Gold Cup. Let's have a quick look at the horses. Ana Escobedo is on Reina. Martin Podesta is on Penny. Facundo Sola on Catilla. And Alfredo Capella on Legendaria. And then if we quickly look at the shoreline horses, Mermelada for Tunde Karim, Diego Cavana. Oh, this is a nice one, this one. Conocida, watch Diego in this one. And James Harper on his little mare, Turbo. Turbo. Yeah, Stallion. Some mare. That's what I meant. Stallion. Sorry, John. Yeah. Yeah. Hello for Cordoba, Argentina, supporting Alfa and Facu from the distance. Great players, great games from both teams. Well, thank you very much. Thank you, guys. Keep it coming. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. We love it. Thank you.
So we're back out here again, as we're just saying on the live stream. James Harper is back out on this 5-year-old stallion Turbo, the same breeding from Tasmania, the Santa Ana breeding, as it comes from Wickford breed. Really great to see James Harper out here on this horse. As we said as well, Harper takes it up, sends it towards the goal. Don't you love it, Carl, when you're talking about a player and they do something like that?
Well, we saw Turbo come out. We were like, right, Turbo. And then I went and called it a mare when actually we'd all know it's a stallion. But then he gets it, he picks it up, and he goes and puts it through the goal, Mr. Harper. Well done, James. Nice goal from him. Great little win from the line-out. And takes Shoreline to 5-4. 5-year-old, isn't it, that stallion, John? Did you say that?
Yeah, no, exactly. It's a really nice horse. I know Ole Cudmore as well as a full brother, I believe, to it. As it comes out, sorry, no, it's Jim Gilmore's breed. Not sure where I've heard that. As it takes out to the left-hand side again. Picked up here now. Taken out left.
Let's have a quick look. Had a grey coming through with Capella on Legendaria. In goes the Shoreline player, Diego, to try and go for the hook and the near side. But umpires giving it to Ojo Caliente. Penalty.
Sorry, Jim Gilmore, if you are watching. I take that one back. I was thinking of the obvious is Jim Gilmore's breeding.
Great goal, great pass through to the posts, and up it goes. Ojo Caliente back on 5 apiece now. Well done, Facundo Sola. Another goal for him. Sola. We enjoy watching him, how he brings that calmness and class when the pressure builds. He's never really looked rushed. He always just seems to make the right decision. He's been at the highest level for over a decade, has Mr. Sola. Remains one of the benchmark 8 goalers in the world right now. Capella comes through on Legendaria on the grey, goes for the big net shot. There it is. It's big, it's huge, it's right in front of goal. And there's a backhand. It hasn't. It has. Wow. Golazo, John. Yes.
Really nice goal. Really nice play, Alfredo Capella. We saw Alfredo Bagatti playing yesterday, another big hitter. Alfredo Capella, they're part of these remaining sort of big hitting, solid number 4 star players we see in this tournament. It's great to see them having such an impact.
That backhand from Sola, the way he picked that up from Alfredo, and that's what I mean about the big hitter. He was out here in the corner by the boards, and he got a beautiful neck shot that was just beautifully backed and converted by Sola. And Sola has it again and hits it straight back up to try and find an Ojo Caliente, but there was traffic in the way.
So, comes away and picked up, and another whistle. This game, it's happening in this game a bit. We're seeing some open play and then a whistle in the short play. And you're just seeing again as the players, and it is largely to these two teams how much they do cancel each other out in the style of polo. It gets caught in those small spaces, but when it runs, it's a really good open running game.
Yeah, I think Diego thought he had more time there. He sort of turned on that ball and came round, but maybe he didn't have the look of Ojo Caliente coming down the line. Thank you so much for tuning in and giving us all these comments. It's really nice on the live stream to hear you and to see who you're supporting and what horses you are watching. What a launch, John, from Legendaria and Alfredo Capella. Oh my gosh, it's literally just landed right in front. As it landed right in front, Tolly went for the defense shot, but so did Ojo Caliente, tried to go for the backhand.
Yeah, I would say on the instant replay as we look at that, Carl, it was Tolly had turned round on it. He had the weight.
And Tolly did have the line, so he will have possession from that. Harper just quickly changes onto another pony. Diego Kavanagh hits the ball in from the back. Harper's moved on to a dark bay. There's the hit out. Oh, Diego might not want to have done that too much, John.
Yeah, no, left it there, and Facundo Sola just snaps in. Oh, has he hit that enough on it? It's just gone wide to the left, Facundo Sola. I don't think there's many better players in front of goal on a short distance like that, but it just went wide right.
It was the turn, John, the way Facundo turned so quickly on that ball. But Diego will be kicking himself because they want to get this one right now this time. I know he brought the ball in and Harper is changing horses, but they've got it right this time. He's brought it in, but oh no, Harper's got to go back for that one. And
look at that by Andres Escobedo. Harper completely lost sight of it. He did a turnaround 360 down behind the goal, but it is going to work for them again now with Podesta. Min Podesta. Behind him will come Capella. Podesta leaves it for Capella. Capella drives it long looking for Sola. This is very much their tactic at the moment, but that sort of orbit field around the goalpost, that right-hand side, it just keeps going wide.
Yeah, you're right, the tactic is, and they're very good at that, aren't they? The Alfredo sits deep because he's got such long range hitting. He could just fire that ball up, and Sola just seems to be in there. Martin's taking out the man, and Anna's up there waiting for the pass. So let's see if they get this one right, because this is the third time now bringing it off, and they haven't gone past the 60-yard line, shoreline, with their hit-ins. Will they get it this time? They have. Oh, there's the little chip back, but it was red. Carlos Ujoa went, but it's...
Yeah, it was just a couple of these set plays and surprising coming from this side, because you'd think with Kavanagh and Harper, those would be a real strong point, but it has worked out for them now as Ujoa looks to go. Ujoa picking it up, takes it out to the left. He's going to have to hit a big backhand from here. Will Ujoa at the angle? He looks for it, but it's just gone wide to the left. So a counter-attack goes left, but it's remains 6-5.
We're 2 minutes to go. We can see 3 players from Ojo Caliente all changing. Martin Podesta, Sola, Ana Escobedo. The only one not changing is Capella at this point in time. And he waits for them, and there's the drive up. And he's very much, this is their tactic. This is what they do a lot to their opponents, because they utilize that long range. So they really stretch the opposition, Ojo Caliente, with these 3. And you look where Martin is now. And Anna's up the top. There's the pass up, but I think Martin dropped back there a little bit. He wasn't sure where that was going, and it's fallen back to shoreline.
So shoreline, they will come again. Both sides not making the most of these set plays at the moment as it falls again for Diego Kavanagh. Kavanagh with the tap, waiting there is Capella. Behind him comes Ujoa. Ujoa, his influence getting bigger and bigger on this match for the time being, as it's here with Tolly Ujoa. Running to the left-hand side is Kavanagh, but Ujoa just carries on. He's under pressure there from Podesta. Podesta is so influential in the opening stages. Just put on the pressure as it falls away now for Kavanagh. Kavanagh with the backhand. Tunde Karim comes across. The umpires for another whistle on the field.
Okay, we'll have a look at the replay, but I think it might have been Tunde Karim coming across there. There was the ride from Capella. He was quick to get on that line. Tunde for shoreline on the near side, just trying to take that ball. Capella wanting that foul. He jumps off and changes onto a pony now. The other 3 have already changed. Quick drink of water for Alfredo. Now another change from Martin. So he's done one and now he's gone with the other. On the live stream, we've got some lovely momentum graphs here that can show you where the momentum is going, whether it's swinging with shoreline, with Ojo Caliente. And a big thank you to Lineup Pro for Polo for all of their stats and analysis that help us with the live stream. We're starting to get really detailed analysis on the game and the sport, which hopefully improves everything. Penalty to the big man, to Capella, but it will be Sola to take it. Sola, it looked like Capella with the size of that hit, but it's gone up, 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 but it's gone wide, gone left-hand side.
So, ball on the back line, and it is going to be James Harper. Harper with the tap. Look for Diego Kavanagh, just floating out to the right-hand side. He'll pick it up. He'd gone left and now finds a bit of open room to the right. This is where they were really impressive in the first game against Clanova, but Shoreline, they're not being given that level of space today. They're quick to at this Ojo Caliente side, but Kavanagh fighting his way down as it falls again here for Ajo. And near side play, looking for Harper. Harper now, Diego Kavanagh, he's gone out in front. They can't let Harper have the hit, and they do. So Diego Kavanagh now, he's got to get there before the back line. Diego Kavanagh out in front, big angle on the cut shot just over the top. The near side backhand played as it may now fall for Capella on the counter. We got one more play, you'd think, in this first half. Yes, we do. There goes the first buzzer. Alfredo Capella, has he got the time? He leaves it and he runs. Facundo Sola sends it long. Alfredo Capella being chased by Ajoa. He takes away Ajoa. Through now comes Sola. Sola with the tap towards the goal. He's got about 10 seconds. That will be more than enough. Facundo Sola brings it under his controller. That is great polo. That's what we want to see more of.
That was a set play and a half, and that is more polo. That's what we need to see, and that was beautiful. From Capella up to Sola. He then took the man, Capella, took the man, waited for the man, took him right out, and then let Sola finish off. Amazing play, and that is why they are 7-5 here at Lawns. It's half-time, and we'll be back after a short break. All those of you on the live stream, check out an interview that we've got with young Lukey Wiles, who has been playing with the Signet Segavas team, and we caught up with him yesterday, and we will see you very soon.
Yeah, no, it's been a difficult season up to now. We've been there or thereabouts in a few games, but haven't got the results. But yeah, today, you know, we ran up really hard, got a good start, and managed to carry it on throughout the game. And I think a great team performance. Yeah, I think Luke's just been trying to make us go 1-1, beat our men first, and today I think we were super disciplined. Maybe something we've been lacking in the previous games, and we all worked for each other well, and managed to get the win. So yeah, no, obviously it was Signet Segavas, so a massive thank you to both Signet and Segavas for their support. I mean, we're all good friends off the field, and we get on really well, but yeah, it's nice to get our first win, because I think, it's been a long time coming, but I think we'll be happy tonight with that. Look, the Gold Cup it's the best tournament in England, if not one of the best in the world, so super happy to be here playing the Gold Cup, and hopefully we can stay in the tournament as long as possible.
No, la verdad que una organización impresionante, la onda que le ponen el día a día en la caballeriza, son muy buenas personas, te cagas de risa todos los días, la verdad que me llevo muy bien con ellos y con Sebastián también, es la verdad que impresionante lo buena gente que es y la buena onda que le pone, la paso muy bien, por suerte. Y bueno, como todos los chicos que le encanta el polo, tratar de jugar el abierto y ganarlo y llegar a 10 goles sería un sueño impresionante.
Today's been fantastic. As you know, always with polo we have precision, about the precision where everybody is on the field, hitting the ball precisely, but that is where Jacob & Co comes in a nice sort of parallel world, because it's all about precision with our watches, making sure everything is uniquely perfect, and of course the people. The people that come to polo expect a certain type of level of precision, as do we with our watchmaking. So it's been a perfect day with perfect people, and hopefully we're going to do many more together. It's my first experience in this capacity. It's not about obviously quantity, it's all about quality. So we have attended one polo match before, but now with the Arab Entrepreneurs Board, it's a great opportunity to be part of the organisation, and a real pleasure.
Well, it was a lovely experience. Thank for the Arab Entrepreneur for choosing my team to play. We enjoyed it. It was a good fun, and looking forward for next year, hopefully. Well, we always try to welcome all our friends and families and everyone from the polo, society to join us end of the season, and we always prefer to do it like end of August. And hopefully this year will be better than next year. Now we are more focused. I have a tournament next month in guards for the 18 goal. So we're practicing hard and, trying to achieve something good this season. Next year, hopefully, we'll play all the high goal. We'll do the Queen's Cup, the Gold Cup, and wish us great luck.
You got to work. Thanks, Dolly. Can you put them?
Welcome back. Look at that beautiful view, everybody, over Cowdray Castle. Welcome back to live stream here, St. Regis Cowdray Gold Cup. Ojo Caliente, 7 goals. Shoreline 5. If you look at the fouls, 9 for Shoreline, 6 for Ojo Caliente. A couple of silly fouls in that one, I think, from both sides. You know, when I say silly fouls, I mean just fouls I think you often don't expect to see from the big professionals, and there's a lot of blowing coming in from the umpires, and it just felt a bit stop and start that first game and a little bit messy. So hopefully we get a bit more of a balanced flow in the second half, just like we started to see in the third chukker. But the first two chukkers were a little bit cat and mouse, weren't they? Throw-ins, Ojo Caliente taking 8 against 5. So that's where you can see they're winning these line-outs. So Capella's doing a really good job at stretching the shoreline by booting it up to Solar, and Martin Podesta's doing a great job off the ball. And it's really allowing Ojo Caliente to just open up a little bit more. And I was just talking to John. We expect to sort of see a little bit different play from Diego and James Harper on shoreline. And just they played so well against in their last match, and they really sort of ran around the opponents. But this Ojo Caliente side are making it very difficult for them to find a groove. Maybe second half we'll see a bit of change of tactics. Well, I think we need to see a change of tactics. There's the map. For the shoreline map, we've got the red dots are fouls, green dots just in front of goal. It's quite a good way of seeing it. Ojo Caliente, are they the same? Are their map less? It is. Yeah, I mean, look, a lot less. You can see you've only got a couple of fouls, and that's what it was. I think it was something like 9-5, wasn't it, on the foul front? And you can kind of see where the fouls are occurring, and very minimal on that front, Ojo Caliente. Less fouls and winning more lineouts, and stretching. And that is why the score is where it is, 7-5. As it stands, this is brilliant. League A, as it stands, the league table. Shoreline are in this, Ojo Caliente, Dubai, and Fern Park and Clonova. They're all in League A. Now, Shoreline, 2 points. They've got 2, as it stands at the moment, with the result halfway through this game. You've played 2, Shoreline. They've won 1. They've lost 1. Ojo Caliente, obviously, have only played 1, and they're halfway through at the moment. But if they win, that's where they'll end up. Dubai Polo Team have played 1 and won 1. And that was very close against Fern Park. They won by just 1 goal. Fern Park lost by 1 goal. They against Dubai, so they all play against each other. Clonova Circular played 1, lost 1, and that was against Shoreline. They absolutely took a great win. They doubled up on score, something like 12-6. So that's as the league table stands at the moment. Top scorers so far, Pablo has got to be up there still. 28. He's absolutely flying. That's 9.3 per game. He had 11 and 10 in his first 2 games of goals. Sapo's coming up slowly on 20. Benjamin Palalo on 14, and he shares with Cruz Heggie, so they're sort of joint third. And then little Lukin Monteverde for UAE are coming in at 13. That sort of works out about 6.5 per game ratio. Really interesting that, Pablo coming in at 28. I mean, he's just been on fire, John, hasn't he?
Yeah, we spoke about it when we were commentating. It's been an absolute pleasure to watch. And it is now when the stats begin to kind of tell a story as well. Once you've had 2 or 3 games, and the 9.3 a game is the interesting bit, right? Because other players have played more games now. I'm sure we're going to be seeing Heta, and we're going to be seeing those guys
Lorenzo
on that list. Yeah, exactly. But no, he stands tall, and he's a player we were talking about yesterday, how great it is to have him back and playing so well.
Looking at chukker number 4, Ojo Caliente. Let's look at the horses. Ana Escobedo, Sensible. Martin Podesta, Simoca. Facundo Sola on Edrol Corrante. And Alfredo Capella on Ingenio. And then horses for Shoreline. Tunde Karim on Solas. And Diego Calvina on Century. And James Harper on Desiree.
So just hearing from the third man, Tim Bowen, I was wondering whether I sort of saw it at the back of my eye, but as they were running down the ground towards the goal, Alfredo Capella went to block Toliajo, and as he did, he kind of just put his arm out a little bit as part of a ride-off, and they have come back, the umpires, on review, and given a foul against Alfredo Capella in the build-up to the goal, and that is why the goal has been taken off the board. And it is going to be a spot hit in favour of Shoreline. So we're seeing there again the VAR.
Thank you for that, John. So they reviewed it and they've decided.
So, yeah, just confirming the score here as well on the live stream just to make sure that everyone, but that is the decision that was made. The goal was scored, but there was a little bit of arm in the ride-off. That's what the umpire saw. Oh, it's a miscommunication there as Tolia Joe had just left the ball behind and the two combined again and again. It's Alfredo Capella. Capella now looks to run. He goes out right. This time he does the ride-off. He's not going to put his arm out again as he sends it to Min Podesta, and they are eventually coming back with the score.
Yeah, the big man. You've got to be careful. So passed up to Sola. Sola finishes beautifully on, was it Martin Podesta, sorry, on the grey. Absolute brilliant neck shot straight through posts. And now we are back to 7-5. So they took the goal off them, but they've got one straight back. Really good that they're reviewing this and looking at these options and looking at what's going on. Martin Podesta's bringing 11 to 12 horses here today, and he wants to get all these horses out there. Get a good run, and every single horse he's been on, he just seems to be in the right place at the right time. He's dropping back now in defence because there's the ball from Shoreline. But Sola, a little mistake from him.
Yeah, little. Took his eye off the ball just for a second. Facundo Solo now with Ajoa. Ajoa looking for one of Kareem or James Harper at the front, but it's going to come back at them here with Min Podesta. Podesta takes it out to the left-hand side. Now looking to take on Tolia Ajoa. Coming back now, is it still here with Ajoa away from Podesta on the near side. Looking now to take on Sola, still there with Ajoa, and eventually Podesta gets in, hits the open backhand, looking for Capella on the turn. Capella taking on Diego Kavanagh, back again with James Harper, just really fighting for every inch they can out here as now Diego Kavanagh turns around, faces, hits towards the goal. Diego Kavanagh wide to the left-hand side. And those are the goals we saw when we commentated on Stedham. They just weren't missing. This time it's just going a little bit wide from those kinds of attempts.
Yeah, you got it. I mean, he's so accomplished, Diego, but we're not seeing his true form today. I don't think they're a little bit slow to get going. I mean, he's won the Gold Cup twice. He's known so much for his running and going and his tactical intelligence, his defence, his attack. He's one of the leaders of that. And but when he's deadly like this. I mean, he's got it, he's turned it, he's in front of goal, and is he going to finish? Yes, he does. Diego Kavanagh, and that is when we start seeing him deadly.
Yeah, really nice steal as well on those lineups. A rare between Capella and Solo. Rare mistake from those kind of situations. Just came in, Kavanagh, and scored a really nice goal.
Show him weakness, and he will descend upon you, Diego Kavanagh. Another goal for Kavanagh, takes that 7-6. Now they've got to win this line-out, but will it come to Capella first here on the boards right in front of the grandstand? Waiting is James Harper and tries to hook him out of it, but Capella somehow still seems to have that. He's got Podesta still on the grey, but Capella trying to find the space. There's the big hit. Look at that power.
Yeah, really nice play. Just worth giving a mention there to Ana Escobedo. She really helped Capella out, how she came in and took away James Harper as now Tunde Kareem goes. Kareem called off the play by Harper. Now, how have they let Diego Kavanagh get this much space out in front? It's Diego Kavanagh all on his own. Sends the approach shot. It's leaning a little bit right, but it won't put him off from here. Diego Kavanagh slows it down, sends it. Oh, he's hit it wide.
No, he puts his hand to his head. He can't believe it. That's the second mistake. He had a mistake up there. What? Oh, Diego, bless you. He will be absolutely mortified of that. He had a wide open goal, and it just shows you, ladies and gentlemen, even if you're 8 goals at the top of your game, you can often make a mistake. It is so hard. We watched Wimbledon yesterday, didn't we? The opening day of Wimbledon. I don't know if anybody saw it. Djokovic was out there against Wu, the Chinese player, and gosh, did Djokovic make it feel like a final. He was struggling out there, and he was missing points left, right, and centre, but somehow he managed to hang on and win a game that lasted 5.5, 6 hours. But top of his game, he can make mistakes, and we can all make them out there, even when we're at the top of our game here in the sport. Harper on this beautiful grey hits the ball up to try and find Diego. Now will Diego get his time now? He's going to get away from Capella. What do you think, John? Let's see if he can do it.
This time just slows it down. Now takes it to the right-hand side. Capella making life difficult. Maybe that's what Kavanagh needs. He needs a little bit of jeopardy in there, but the whistle has been blown.
He's going to use this opportunity to change off his pony. I think he's jumping onto a pony called Matona. He was on Century, and his spare, from what I can read down there, is Matona. It is a penalty. It has been awarded to Shoreline. They do need this. Right in front, Tolly Ujoa is going to tee it up, John, and it's going to be an opportunity for them to come level pegging. It's such a close scoring game. You talked about it earlier, the fact of how balanced they are. One's a 21-goal side, which is Shoreline, and Ojo Caliente actually field a 22-goal side, but they're so evenly matched in their players individually. Here we go. Tolly Ujoa hits it beautifully, gets a nice one. There's a ripple of applause around the grandstand and a good support for both of these teams here at Cowdray as the sun comes out. It's not sure what it wants to do today. 1 minute we had a little splatter of drizzle. Next minute the clouds came in, and next minute the sun's out. It's a very pleasant 22 degrees here. Perfect playing weather for polo. But good goal from Tolly, 7 apiece.
So 7 goals apiece, and it's going to be Harper. Harper, just asking for something from the umpires. He's just holding his hip in front of us. I think it might have been a horse's head coming in. Dead leg.
Yeah, it was a right. It was a crunch. It wasn't the head. It was just the side. It was a cruncher from Martin. Bit of a dead leg. Yeah, they literally came leg to leg. It was literally leg on leg. So just a dead leg for Harps. So just a little bit of a dead leg for James, but he's going to shake it off like the pro that he is, and he's going to take this spot hit. Bit of a cruncher on his right leg. But umpire shouts play. There's a little spot here, right in front of the grandstand, and we recommence. Diego on the left. Tolly has come back away from Capella. There's the hit up to the right-hand side. Cuts it back inside. Diego Kavanagh right in front now. He's got an opportunity. It's just Capella to beat. Oh, Diego, he pops it over Capella's head. This is going to be beautiful if it goes. Capella rushes back. Capella can't get it. It's a goal from Diego Kavanagh, and that is a very nice opportunity from that spot there, from midfield here from Harper. Harper up. Picked up by Kavanagh. He literally had to sort of chip it over Capella's head, and Capella was just a second too late to get that off that line. James Harper scores that one, taking Shoreline in the lead now, 8-7. Tunde Karim. What a nice play from him. Manages to get it out the line out. Gets 2 hits on it. In comes Ujoa. Ujoa tries to take that forwards. He gets caught off it by Diego and says, keep running because I'm behind you. Diego Kavanagh up to Tolly. Tolly's left his man. Tolly's in front. Tolly shoots. Tolly scores. Ujoa. And that is 2 easy, quick goals from Shoreline. And suddenly this 5th chucker has suddenly become Shoreline's chucker. 2 goals in the space of 1 minute, John. And that was great. One from Kavanagh up there, and the one from Ujoa down there, back to the middle of the goal. Well done, Tunde Karim. Let's give him a little shout out. He won that out the line out this time. Let's see if he can win this one out the line out as well.
Yeah, this game really has now spun round with the momentum going to Shoreline as the ball goes back in play. And it's going to be a whistle just before the buzzer, I think.
Yeah, we've got about 50-odd seconds left on the clock. Do keep those comments coming through on the live stream. We've had people checking in from Singapore, from Kuala Lumpur, from Nigeria, from Canada, from America, Argentina. Do say hi. Drop us some comments who you're supporting. We've had a lot of support for both sides, for Ana Escobedo and for Ojo Caliente team. We've had loads of people cheering on Diego and the Shoreline team. There's the buzzer. I think this will be the end of this chucker. Diego's going to just watch that go out, I think. Oh, he keeps it in.
Yeah, chooses to keep it in. See if they can get one more of this chucker. It's fair with Harp, with Joa, and there's another one of those whistles. We're seeing a lot of them, and it is going to be the end of the fourth chucker.
9-7, Shoreline have now taken the lead. 2-goal advantage. Show appreciation to both teams, please, ladies and gents, and we'll be back on the live stream in a few moments for the start of the 6.
Everything begins here. Every field, every crop, every meal. But across the world, the soil we depend on is under pressure. And the future of farming depends on restoring it. Safe Rock, a natural resource to enrich the earth.
Welcome back, everybody, to the live stream here at Cowdray for the last chucker of the Shoreline versus Ojo Caliente. Look at that. We've got some true start. Look at Lucas Monteverde puts his hood up. Does he put his hood up because he doesn't want to get spotted? He certainly put his hood up. And Hector Guerrero, Lucas Monteverde, and Juan Martin Nero. Look at that for a star lineup, the three of them with their cars. That looks like a mafia meeting with all of those black cars with their boots open. Yeah, well, it looks like the transport for the president. Juan Martin Nero just hiding behind Hector, and Lucas hiding underneath his hood.
Interesting, that one with the momentum. Having a look at that stats there. I was going in the Shoreline Green. I love the stuff that Lineup Pro are giving us. But it has swung about it, but it just feels like maybe Shoreline are in the ascendancy for the time being. So, coming in to play again, we are here for the beginning of the fifth chucker. Alfredo Capella sends it long down the ground. Heads. Oh, it does stay in play eventually, as it now falls here for James Harper. Harper, tail back and played. Picked up now by Kavanagh. Kavanagh out to the left-hand side, waiting there is Joa, up high into the sky by Alfredo Capella, as it can do. And it's going to drop right back where it came from on the boards with Diego Kavanagh. Kavanagh spins it round. Use it is the call. Kavanagh's got to be careful. Sends it out to the left, but there now. Ooh, Podesta just wandered there. He kind of had a near side play, and he wandered over to the right.
Yeah, he did on the grey. We'll have a look on the... So Kavanagh hit it, and then it went... Well, it went a little bit to the left-hand side, and then he did cross in front of Diego Kavanagh quite a lot, and they have decided, John, that yes.
Yeah, I kind of paused, wondering, because it was kind of such a slow-motion foul, and wondered whether Podesta had seen it bounce in another way, but it was just a pretty simple call. He had a play, normally what you see is them take control of the ball, the bounce, flick it under on the near side and take it on the offside. He just decided to go right across. Get out of jail free card there a bit for Diego Kavanagh.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Penalty. Tolly Ulloa. He's taken a few, and he's got a few. I think he's got all of them so far. Here we go. Wins a little bit against him. Up it goes. It's a nice shot straight through from Tolly Ulloa. Puts another one on the board, taking them to 10. And what a comeback. What a change for Shoreline. They took a while to get going. It wasn't until the second half. They didn't have a great first half. The fourth wasn't brilliant, but it was the fifth chukker that changed it all. The fifth chukker, there was 3 goals scored, and now another one from a penalty. And this is an opportunity for some horsepower to come out and some structure from Shoreline. Tunde just going to go and change, ask if he can change a pony or change a stick. They're blowing the whistle before we restart here for the fifth chukker. Momentum seems very much in the Shoreline camp now, John. They changed it up a little bit after half-time. Now looks like Diego's actually sitting a little bit deeper rather than James. They're swapping around a little bit more anyway.
Yeah, that's the benefit of having such experienced players who've been here, won it. We've spoken many times how Diego, how much Adolfo loves Perotto playing with him, the experience, that kind of know how he brings it to the game, and with James Harper as well. It really is a combination that they played together with Jehangiri last year. Had probably a more successful Queen's Cup than Gold Cup, but they're really going to be a strong duo as this tournament progresses.
Do drop us a comment on the live stream if you can. I'm getting lots of nice hellos from around the world, so we'll share them on the screen as well. It's great to see the community watching. Tolly just sorting out his boots and his spurs, and Tunde just chopping onto a different horse, onto a grey. And we just want to...
I'm going to interrupt you, Carl, is running away there is Joa. Joa on the near side, 10 goals to 7. This game really beginning to run away, as it's going to be Shoreline looking to pick up the ball again and taken out to the left-hand side. As Joa once more underneath the pony of Capella. Capella there in front of the waiting Joa. Joa looking to get there, but it's going to go out to the backhand side. Picked up again and looking to run Kavanagh and Capella. It's getting scrappy, but that's what Capella was looking for. No, it wasn't. It's going to be the open backhand by Harper. Harper with another one, and Shoreline. They are the team. We saw that momentum graph in between these two chuckers, and it is very much with the Shoreline side.
Podesta trying to get that backhand. He trying to get that hook, that near side, but Harper just coming in. He's Gold Cup champion, Queen's Cup winner, former England captain, just coming in now. He's so calm under pressure. He's won a Gold Cup in El Romanzo. I don't know if you remember those days. 2018 Cartier Queen's Cup with Scone, and many other Coronation Cup wins and Westchester Cup wins, Mr. James Harper. So 11-7, and it's really momentum has changed. Shoreline have completely moved it around a little bit the way Diego and James are working. We're not seeing those big hits anymore from Capella. We're not seeing those big, long run and guns because they just can't do that anymore the way Shoreline are making them play. Quick change from Tolly Ulloa down there. He pops onto a different horse. Sorry, for Diego. onto a different horse, and then we'll be back in for Harper from the back line.
So coming back in here with James Harper. I think it is a little change, as you mentioned, Carl, the way in which him and Kavanagh, they swapped round. They saw something they wanted to change. And when you've got Tolly Ojoa playing really well in this side as well, he played with Chabala Pampa, winner of the Prince of Wales up in Berkshire. So he does come into the season with some good form here at Cowdray. Coming in for the injured Rufino Benson on as well, as the tail backhand played first by Capella, then by Pedestre. It's coming back at them with Facundo Sola. Sola, runner out in front of him in Pedestre. Ana Escobedo, she's up there as well, as it falls now for Alfredo Capella. Capella looks up, sends it long down the ground, does Alfredo. James Harper coming back quickly, and they're waiting at the back is Harper. Harper picks it up, just uses that experience again. He's really taking control now with the play, and Joa looking for Diego Kavanagh. It's simple polo, but it's effective by this Shoreline side. They always make sure one of them can pick it up in a little bit of space. Comes out to the left now, looking here for James Harper. Harper sends it down the ground. Running out there quickly is Ajoa. The umpires are happy that the space was there. I don't think Capella is, but Ajoa, he will certainly run it out left with the tap, with the score. And it is another one for Shoreline. That makes it 12-7.
Yeah, now if you look at how many goals have been scored in the last few moments, that has been at least 4 or 5, and it just comes from this foresight of Harper has moved up more midfield, Diego dropping at the back, and that is Tolly then allowed to do what he does, and then once he breaks and gets on those loose balls, he always finishes. Nice goal from Joa here in the 5th. Carlos Mania Ujoa takes it to 12-7. Ana Escobedo and her team, which started so well. They had such a good run. A couple of comments coming in on the live stream. Those of you watching, we're going to vote for the MVP of the match on the YouTube chat. So if you think you're watching the live stream at home or on your phones, give us a little vote, give us a little comment on the YouTube chat who you think for the MVP, and we'll get it announced on the screen. We're getting a lot coming in already, but we're officially going to ask you, who do you think? Cowdray TV and Polo Line TV live streaming all these games for free. The ball goes in, they fight for it, and will it be Ojo Caliente? This time they do get away with it, John, and this could be a chance for Sola. He's on a runner.
Yeah, they need their talisman here. Facundo Sola, big bump, but I look at Kavanagh coming back. They know that when Sola gets the momentum, he can really change the game, so Kavanagh doesn't want to give them a chance. Came back, there is a whistle.
Yeah, but you see how quick Diego came back. I mean, he just ran and caught up that pony. Unbelievable. Came in, took the ride off, pushed Sola all the way out, but then he tried to have a little chip in, but he couldn't quite find it. There will be a knock-in for the Shoreline team on this chestnut. James Harper hooks the ball wide to the left-hand side. That's really good, but it didn't find Diego. Diego had run forwards a little bit, and Capella finds it. Capella does the backhand. It falls straight to Harper, but in swoops. Ojo Caliente at the same time. A whistle on the play there. That was a great backhand from Capella. It went straight back into the foray. Bit of a messy stop and on the field there for many players as they sort of stopped still on the ball.
Seeing more and more, Carl, how when you've got these type of games, the players, they're crowding in, and they're quick to the whistle.
Yeah, very much so. And there was about 4 or 5 players out there, and everybody kind of moving around. Great coverage as ever, Carl and John. Thank you so much, Ian Catwall. Thank you. That's really good to hear. We're really glad you're enjoying the Polo Line and Cowdray TV commentary. Really appreciate it.
So players back in now. Diego Kavanagh had it on the near side. I wanted there as Kavanagh took it away, and now we've seen him run away once. Is he going to get it this time? Again, the pressure's been taken away from behind him. Diego Kavanagh this time goes left. Diego Kavanagh, oh, has he done it again? He needed a little bit of help at the end. Diego Kavanagh, 13 goals to 7.
Diego, you didn't have your Weetabix this morning. He didn't have his Weetabix. He nearly missed that one as well. He's got to make sure he has 4 Weetabix, not 3. Oh, Diego, the man that's won American Triple Crowns and CV Whitney Cups and USPA Gold Cups and US Polo Championships and 2 Gold Cups here, one with Dubai, one with Porto Cambiasso, and gosh, he's played all over the world, and he needs to get his Weetabix in the morning because he's putting me on the tender lines here. He's making everybody anxious with those runs to goal. But yeah, 13-7, a nice finish by Shoreline, and that was all partly down to Mr. Kavanagh for taking it all the way down there. In goes Anna Escobedo, great backhand from her.
Yeah, nice play by Escobedo, given now to Min Podesta. Podesta takes it away on the offside and the near side, and another whistle on the play.
About 45 seconds or so on the clock here. It really is such a good month of sport, July, isn't it? July's on its way, ladies and gentlemen. It's the 30th of June today, but Wimbledon started. The Gold Cup's firmly en route and in progression. We're going to have Goodwood soon. There's so much going on. And there is a shot on goal from Ojo Caliente, from Sola. And Ojo Caliente slowly coming back. They've still got time. They've still got a whole chukker to go after this. They'll take it to 13-8, but it's certainly they've certainly not adapted to the way Shoreline have come out after the second half. They've made some changes, Shoreline, and Ojo Caliente have got to deal with that.
So players back in the centre of the ground, 13-8. 5 goals in it, so they need to get a couple of quick ones. There's another whistle. And they're saying there that Min Podesta came across green 2. Clearly here, umpire Pete Wright says, so that will be a shot from the centre of the ground.
It's nice to see Ojo Caliente jumping up from the medium goal. They've had a run out in the Queen's Cup. They've really established themselves. They're one of the one of the newest and most exciting ones to hit the high goal with Anna and her team. And they really have proved themselves a lot in the Cartier Queen's Cup group stages. And they had a notable comeback actually over Jindal Steel that game. They really came back against Adolfo in that match. Whistle again right in front of goal as they go towards the goal shoreline. The whistle has been blown. Capella's going to change. So is Facu Sola. But Shoreline drove that ball up. It's been a game of penalties and a game of whistles for sure. Diego just couldn't hit that ball. Min Podesta was waiting in front, and he was just waiting a little bit too erratic on the line and just blocked the way for Kavanagh. So, again, a silly foul. We had one from Facundo Sola earlier on, and then from Min. And it just has given these guys the way forwards of 4 or 5 goals lately. Here we go, Diego. Tolly Ujoa. Through it goes. Another one easy for Shoreline. 14. It's one of the favourite ones that we like. We're hitting a lot of games with 14 goals at the moment. It might be more than that, depending on the 6th chukker. But that's the end of the 5th, ladies and gentlemen. And it was a goal there from the penalty from Min. We'll be back in a few moments for the final chukker here at Lawns in this game.
Feel it more with Lineup Pro, the premium subscription from Lineup Polo. Follow every stat live in real time. Search any player and discover win rates, strongest teammates, and powerful performance insights. Search Lineup Polo and subscribe now.
Welcome back, everybody. Last chukker, Shoreline took their first win against Clinova with a very strong 12-6. Tolly scored 5 goals in that one. And they are looking like momentum's firmly in the camp for their second game. Ojo Caliente haven't played yet. This is their first game, so they started really well, but a little bit of a stall in this last chucker. Let's have a quick look at the horses. Tunde Karim, Gatita Julia, Diego Kavanagh coming out on jet lag, James Harper pocket. And there's Tunde Karim on the live stream, canting out on Gatita Julia. Ojo Caliente, Ana on Pisco. Min Podesta on Billetera, Facundo Solo on Caviar, and Alfredo's back on the grey, Legendaria.
So ball goes back in play. We are here for the sixth and final chukker. 14 goals to 8. You think now it's a case of Shoreline holding on in there as Capella sends it long down the ground. Going to take it out the air was Facundo Sola. Goes out to the near side as still here now with Sola. Back there with the tail backhand to himself. Look at the speed of Ajoa round the turn. He's got a runner in Kavanagh out in front. Good play by Ajoa, but it goes as far now as the waiting. Oh, it's Harper coming through at speed. James Harper now looks to get going, being chased by Escobedo. Harper on the near side. Takes it right again. There behind him is Kavanagh as Harper and Capella come together. Capella appealing for a foul. The umpires blow the whistle.
So the ball bounced out from Kavanagh, and then a new line was created. He tried to take it on the near side. Capella was coming down on that grey Legendario, but it's whether Tolly came. It was whether the Shoreline player came across in trying to do that near side, which is basically what happened. So spot penalty, and I love this grey. I mean, Capella's going to go for the big one, isn't he? Oh, not as big as normal. No, that was the reason, because he wanted to try and get it up to Min. But this restructure of Shoreline just seems to have worked really, really well, hasn't it?
Yeah, really nice initial defensive work. They're coming in again. Ajoa, who's stolen it. They're asking the question, Ojo Caliente, but it is 4-0. Tolly Ajoa on his own, out in front. This looks like goal number 15. I know we've said it before as they close down and goal Capella. He's coming back, goes across Diego Kavanagh. Tolly Ajoa, it's a procession into the goal. 15 goals to 8, and Shoreline look really good.
Well, nice run from Tolly. He had the whole field open in front of him, a nice green with nobody in front of him, and away he went to finish that. That's unfortunate for Ojo Caliente. They got left a little bit of a pickpocket there, and they managed to pick up that ball and go with it. So 15-8 comes off Ojo Caliente to Capella on Legendario, and he splits and says, let's go.
So Capella takes it out to the left. Coming back there is Ajoa. Here now with Capella right on the right-hand side. Alfredo Capella underneath the pony's neck, looking to take on Ajoa, but Ajoa, he's had a really, really good second half, has Tolly Ajoa. Ajoa now looking to run. Tunde Karim, he is out in front, still here now with Ajoa. Ajoa picks it up. Karim, he waits as Ajoa looks down the ground, hits the next shot. Tunde Karim, we've seen how good he is at this position. Tunde Karim with the shot, deflects off the pony. I think Ana Escobedo got the final touch. We will just confirm it was off the pony though, and if that, it will just be a knock in.
Great play from Tunde. He had a good go. And I did say it in the first game, John, didn't I? I said sort of these could be the dark horses in this year's Gold Cup. If you're looking for sort of like a dark horse and not one of the massive big organisations, Shoreline might be it. They've got the experience, they've got the horses, they've got the leadership, and they can cause problems to many in their league. They come out of League A. Obviously, Dubai's in that league as well, but they are looking strong.
So, taken out to the left-hand side here by the waiting Sola. Took it out the air, sends it long down the ground. Podesta's trying to get there. Podesta did get there in time, but just over the top of the ball. Should stress that goal defense does not factor into these tournaments. They are running them still, though, just to get that team cohesion going. Should teams be tied at the end of the group stages, we do look at penalty shootouts rather than goal defense telling the story, but still it's great to see these teams. They know how important it is to keep the horses fit and running, to run them at the early stages of this tournament. And Tunde Karim, he's going to love getting away out of the frontier. Coming back is Capella as the umpires blow a whistle. Spot green is the call. I think Tunde might have just switched over.
Yeah, unfortunate on that little liver dun chestnut. Well, more dunny, really, isn't it? It's a nice colour, that. Goes well with the navy shirts. I like it. Unfortunately, Tunde came across a Capella. He's going to go for it, John. Is he going to go for a big one? Waiting is Sola. He's going for the big one. There it is. Oh, he got it. He got it. I could see that coming. He just wound up. There, gosh, when he must go through sticks. Like, how many sticks do you think he goes through a season, Alfredo? Because he just pounds the ball, doesn't he?
He always has been one of the biggest hitters in the game. We first saw him come onto the scene with, I believe it was Dubai all those years ago here in England.
I'm going to ask him, John. I'm going to ask him, how many sticks do you break in a season? Maybe that could be a new social thing. I'm going to ask everybody, how many sticks do you use and how many do you break? And I bet Alfredo's up there. Such a strong player. Sola
sends it long down the ground. It's going to go close. Now it's working. Min Podesta. This is where they were really good in the first stages of the game. And they're just finding it again at the end. And this is why we say, despite it probably being too big a gap now, they do just want to keep it playing till the closing stages.
Yeah, they know they've only got 150 on the clock, and they're trying to go and exploit as much as they can. The Shoreline guys know that they've got a comfortable lead. You know, it's all about mindset. They're going to keep trying, obviously, but they know they're a bit comfortable, so there might be a couple of changing horses, and maybe they're just watching that clock go down. It's a long one, the tournament. They've got lots of qualifying games. It's important to save horses and make sure you are ready for your next game. It's not just about this one.
So here now with Capella. Can they find another one before the end? Talking of the next one, there is, of course, another game today taking place at 4 o'clock. A little bit of a break if you do want to grab some lunch in between the games, if you're here at the ground or joining us later on live stream, as it's sent down to the right-hand side and sent wide, and it's going to stay in play. In fact, you know what? That's because Tolly Ajoa does want to give this another run. He could have let that go over the line as we go into the final minute, but Ajoa has a look down at the ground, sends it long, looking for Harper, but Harper, he's thinking better of it as it comes back. And now here with Podesta. Podesta over the top. Tolly Ajoa, he comes through again. He is going to get the chance. Oh, it's James Harper, not Tolly Ajoa. James Harper with the score, 16 goals to 10. I would say that will probably be that for the scoring in this contest.
Harper, wow, there he is, still surprising us towards the end, bouncing out the air and pops that in there. Takes it a 16. They wanted a big scoreline. They've got a big scoreline. They started really slow. It looked like everything was going for the green shirts for Ojo Caliente, but Shoreline suddenly woke up at half-time and said, no, we need to go and do what we normally do. So I do think they are one of the dark horses to upset a few teams. They've upset 2 already. And they will take 2 wins out of their 2 games. And Capella's going to go for 1 more. He's going to go all himself. James is waiting. Oh, he was going to go all himself. But he's just left that behind. That is it, ladies and gentlemen. It's 16-10. End of play here at Lawns. Thank you for joining us on the live stream. We really appreciate the comments. That's a great shot from the boys down at the Shoreline camp. They are so happy with that. All of Tunde's friends are there, and they're all bouncing off the walls. 16 Shoreline, 10 Ojo Caliente. Well done to both teams. Thank you to the umpires, and thank you so much for joining us here, pitch side at Lawns. We do have another match, as John said, at 4 o'clock, and that is between League A Fern Park and League A Clinova Circular. That'll be later. Fern Park with Facundo Pierres joining this year, and Clinova is a very well-balanced team. So that should be a good one for you guys to watch. We will see you pitch side at 4 o'clock, and here on the live stream, we're just going to run through a final few things. Chucker by Chucker, 4-4 in the second, you can see that, and it was 6-5 in the Ojo Caliente were leading in the third Chucker, and that's what I mean. The second half really is a tale of 2 halves, as 9 Shoreline scored. They suddenly turned it on in that fourth, and it was very nice change of play. Diego started moving around a little bit more. Harper and Diego actually switched a little bit, and it made all the difference. MVP has been decided that it is Mr. Carlos Ulloa, Tolly Ulloa. 5 goals he scored. He scored 5 goals in the last match, and he scored 5 goals in this match. So that's actually a really nice little stat that he's running himself. And so Shoreline take another win. And they won against Clinova Circular 12-6, and they've won here. Oh, there's a pylon. What a great shot. If you're still with us here, that is absolutely brilliant. They've got Tunde, and they've all piled on him. How many people on Tunde? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people have just jumped on him. Pylon. Don't damage him. We need him. We need him for the next game. Can you imagine if he stood up from there and went, guys, you've just broken my finger. Look how happy he is. What a happy boy. Oh, well done, Tunde. Well done. That's what it means. That's what it means to him and to the team, to Shoreline. It was a good play for the second half. I think he must have been very worried in the first half for sure. But, you know, he's built this team. He's decided to put Diego in there and James Harper. You've got 2 massive experienced players there. And I do mean it. I think if you're looking for a bit of a dark horse in this year's Gold Cup from a team line, you know, Shoreline might be it. They've got the experience. They've got the horses. They've got the leadership. You know, like Diego. He had a few misses, which he was a little bit getting stressed out about. But they did it in the end quite easily. Okay, here we go. 16-10. 11 goals to 7 on the actual goals. 16-10. Fouls, 13-15. Penalties, 100% from Shoreline. Dropped 3 out of 4 for Ojo Caliente. Throw-ins, 18. Ojo Caliente, look at that. That's 18 throw-ins, Ojo Caliente, but they still couldn't manage to do it. But really interesting. And what a turnaround. You look at the penalties, you can see. Yeah, what, 4 out of 4 30s, 1 out of 4 40s. No 60s for Shoreline. Ojo Caliente got all of their 30s, but they did miss that 160, unfortunately. Stats are starting to come in. We're starting to build a story here at the Gold Cup. The pitches are different to the Gold Cup, the Cartier Queen's Cup. Horses, teams coming in with different momentum. So it's really interesting to see how the story plays out. There's the league as it stands now. Shoreline played 2, and they've won 2, should I say. They go up there at the top. Dubai Polo have only played 1, and they are up there just underneath. Fern Park did play against Dubai, but they lost just by 1 goal, so they sit there in 3rd place. Ojo Caliente now played 1, lost 1, but by quite a lot of goals. And then Clinova Circular are, unfortunately, from their first foray, did lose by quite a big margin against the Shoreline team. And so that is the stats. Very interesting indeed. Look at that. Shoreline, Dubai, and Fern Park at the top, or the top 3. Best goals, and we had some good ones. Nice little tap, tap, tap from Tolly. He pops it in. Ujoa looks over to the tent, punches the air, and then goes and changes pony. A lot of them, 5 were scored by Tolly Ujoa. Another one for him. Diego went for that one. Got fed up to Tunde, and this was a very nice, though, because in came Sola. He had such a great first half for Kunde Sola. We just saw him going everywhere, and we were super impressed with the way he was trying to organise that Ojo Caliente team. Diego Cavanagh doing what he does best, just starting to break rank and starting to do his thing. Alfredo Capella also, look at this, takes the man way out the equation, takes Harper straight out, leaves it wide open for Min Podesta, and that was a beautiful next shot. That was a really nice, tidy goal, nice set play from there. Another one from Min on that grey. 16-10, thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back a little bit later on here at Cowdray TV and Polo Line TV. I hope you've enjoyed so far the coverage, and I hope you're enjoying dropping names and comments in our comment chat on via YouTube, because it really does tell a story of who you are, where you're watching, and we can welcome the polo community. Thank you so much for joining John Kent and myself, Carl Udo Martinez. We will see you later on for the second game at 4 o'clock. Bye for now.